Not yet, we're still waiting on baby watch. Hey there. She looks okay though. I want to show you guys something. Look at this. So I planted these in the late fall, and these are tulip bulbs. First year that I have done that. I was really wanting some tulips. I always admire them when I see them every year, but I was just kind of intimidated, had never done them before, just for lack of knowledge on how to do it. So decided I would go ahead and do it. So I put them in, classically thinking they would come up, you know, in early spring like they do. Well, these sprouted in January, late January. They've been up for a couple weeks now. Starting to get taller, actually. So, of course, I panicked. So, you know, people often worry when they see these come up, daffodils and tulips and other spring bulbs, you know, emerging before they should. After doing a lot of reading and talking to my mom, it says really there's little cause for concern. Now I'm gonna make my way back inside here. It's a little chilly. I think most bulbs prefer the winters, you know, like we've had in the past or long ago, when winters just kind of slowly and gradually get cold and stay cold and slowly gradually get warm again into spring. But that has not been the case this year. And then into some years in the past where, you know, you just kind of have these crazy winters where they'll get cold and then they get warm again, like spring's coming, and they get cold again. They're kind of erratic. I started to see them emerge from the ground, and I thought I was going to lose them, but I think that they're, like I said, they're pretty resilient, and if we have some super cold snaps, it might burn the foliage. And I read if you have winters like this, that it's good to go ahead and even in the late fall to provide a mulch for them, which I did not do. I'm assuming it's not too late. Wood chips, pine needles, which I have free here because we have some pine trees, so I normally do mulch a lot of my flowers even in the spring with those. So it'd probably be a good idea to go ahead and do that, because we could still have some crazy cold snaps coming even into April. So I may go ahead and do that to provide some extra protection, and also making sure the bulbs are in the ground at an adequate depth. If you look at the size of your bulb, and for instance it's 1 inch, 2 inch, you want to multiply that times 3, and that's how much further you want to go into the ground. So my bulbs were a little over 1 inch, so I went into the ground 4 to 6 inches just to give them that adequate depth. 3-inch bulb, 3 inches down, so forth. So hopefully everything will come up nice and pretty this year. I've got a bunch of colors. I just mix my colors together. I do have daffodils on the back row, so I haven't seen them yet, but my neighbors are up and already bloomed. So yeah, that is the way it's been here in East Tennessee with our weathers. So maybe by the end of next month, early April, we'll be seeing those tulips blooming, getting close to Easter. Oh my, y'all, this plant has got to be repotted. It is huge, massive. It's really got really pretty leaves on it. I found it like in the houseplant section of Lowe's. Y'all, I got a lot of succulents right now that have this little yellow bloom on it. Right here. This one. And then this one right here. Got one here. So pretty. It's actually got a third little bloom. And then this one right here's got some too. Y'all check out my little propagation trays. I just had little stems and pups and leaves in here, and look how much they've flourished. And the crazy thing is I find that the ones that just grow all wildly together like that do so good. I just throw a bunch of different things all in together. I mean, they're just very happy in there. All kinds of different stuff. There's aloes, graptivaria, jades, donkey's tail, mother of millions, echeverias. They're all happy living together. They're all coexisting in there. After I had this talk about the tulips and the daffodils, I went around my house and I went for a walk, and I noticed something. So I'm going to show you guys. Looky, looky. The daffodils. February 7th. I don't know. So pretty. Alright guys, I'm going going to pick a little grass for the chickens before I go in. Occasionally I find patches of really green, nice grass, and I usually go give it to the chickens since they don't get to go out and free range. Yeah, sometimes I think about opening the door, letting them free range, but every time I do, I hear hawks flying over and screaming, and then I get paranoid. Hey, chickens! Good afternoon. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. It is a cloudy, rainy off and on day here in East Tennessee. We weren't supposed to have rain today, but we woke up to it this morning. Well, I'm down here to check on the fish. There's one little fish in the breeder box, and I want to see if she has had her babies yet. So let's go check on her. All right, let's check on her. No babies. She still looks like she's doing pretty good though. She doesn't look stressed out in there, so I think I'm gonna leave her in there another day, and if nothing, we'll let her out. Maybe she's just fooling me. I use just like a little tongue depressor to get some of this out, because some of this food is just so tiny, and I don't want to pour too much in there. You don't want to overfeed too much. You want to feed about enough so they can eat in about 2 minutes, because you don't want to dirty up your tank too much with excess food. The plan is to use this as a little grow out area, breeder area for fry and grow outs, and then over here will be more of my little show tanks. We'll get them going. My plan is to move them up against the wall in like a little shelving system, and probably end up moving my 75 gallon over here, so make it really nice and flush against the wall, a little bit more professional looking, and probably do that next month. As I'm going to do that, I'm not going to go ahead and get these tanks fully planted because I'll have to break them down somewhat, and I don't want to make a huge mess, so I'll probably end up really working on them once I get them back against the wall. The guys are down at the shop. They're working on the Murphy bed, and I thought I'd run down there real quick and see the progress of that. Y'all, the days are getting longer. It's almost 6 o'clock. We've got some daylight going on still. Super awesome to know we're headed into spring pretty soon. What are y'all doing? What are you doing?
Brackets and stuff on here. I get them right. It'll take a little while to get perfect.
You were doing that last time I was here.
On the other fish tanks I was.
Oh.
That's how they connect into each other. Side tanks.
Gotcha. What in the world's going on up here?
Broken truck.
Uh-oh. Not good. Did you break it, Seth?
There's two right here. There's a panel here that we're going to be ready to put HV. Then it'll be assembled.
Yeah.
Separate. Can you give me that long handle ratchet over there? It's not a ratchet, it's a pull bar.
Alright, well, y'all are busy. I'm headed to cook. Okay, let's take a trip down to the chickens and look at the little babies. I don't know that breed. Hey, chickies. Chicky chicks. Look at you all. Such cuties. Don't run from me. They're running from me. They didn't listen. Come on. Hey, chickies. Ah. Oh, mercy. I have some onlookers. You've got a lot of white on you. I'm gonna try to stand up here. I'll probably fall, break my neck. Whew. That's all I need to do. Oh my, what cuteness. Cuteness. Oh, oh. Oh, you meanie. Oh goodness, that one's got a lot of white on its chest. Look at that. Super pretty. Super pretty. super pretty. Well, they're doing good. Y'all, it's hard to believe there's going to be a garden here before too long. Look at all these tomato stems from last year. Lots of them. Alright, you guys, it's early morning. And I want to come down here and check on my little guppy that I think is pregnant. Check her status. Look at this, you guys. So this is my tank that has the 24/7 light on it. And it just mimics natural light cycles. It does a sunrise and goes through the day and gets brighter and then slowly goes off to sunset and a moon phase. It's really cool. I think the fish like it too. She's behind the thermometer. That's her. And she doesn't appear as though she has had any fry. She's still pretty big. Alright, we'll continue to watch. She just looks even bigger to me today. Alright, so I put the breeder box back in here just because she's so big. And I'm going to be out for a little while today. And it would be really nice if I could just catch her fry in here. So, oh! There's a fry in there, y'all. Look, it's in that back corner. I knew she was fixing to. She was so big. She was like hanging out down here around that grass. So this is good because I was fixing to leave and oh yeah, that's good. They'll be safe in here. Awesome. It's tiny. All right, I'm gonna let her go in peace and we'll check her later. All right guys, I made it back home. I found some aquarium plants that I really liked and I'm gonna put those in. We're gonna check on the guppy female that was dropping fry this morning. There was 3 before I left. Let's see if she's had any more. It is super windy out, y'all. Super windy. It's brewing up something. Oh my. My word. We got a bunch going on in here. We have quite a few, y'all. Oh my goodness. Look at them. Alright, if she's about done, I'm gonna let her out of here. Alright, so I've put the plants in the tank, and this is the kind of plant that they are. They're called Lutea, if I'm pronouncing that right, and it says it's a true aquatic 4 to mid-ground low to moderate light plant, which I think will work really good. It kind of looks like my swords, but I really like it. They were in a little hydroponic cup, and I actually left them in there. I'm going to see how good they're going to do in there because it would really make it easy for me to kind of clean if I need to move them around a little bit and they won't break up. These babies came from my purple grass guppies, so they could throw blue and red as well. And they are up there eating. I gave them some fry food, which is this right here. In the meantime, right now I'm hatching brine shrimp, so I'm going to feed them brine shrimp tomorrow. Hopefully the brine shrimp will let them grow quicker. I did fry last year and they didn't grow very fast, but I didn't feed them the proper nutrition. I think the brine shrimp are going to do the trick. And they are just super cute, y'all.